Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my December wrap-up. This month I read 4 books and I kind of liked all of them for different reasons. The first book that I read was A Little Princess, and this was a recommendation to me by a friend who knew that I loved The Secret Garden as a kid, and she thought that I would really enjoy this, and she was right. It's definitely one of those books that is perfect to read right before bed. And I think the reason why I enjoyed it as much as I did was because it really brought back memories of myself as a kid, staying up way past my bedtime reading books. I have a feeling that if I would have read this at 10 to 12 years old, it would have definitely made, my top list of favorite books for sure. I'm glad that I got around to finally reading it. Another book that I read this month was Middlesex. I really enjoyed this. I didn't know a whole lot about it going in. I knew that it had won a Pulitzer. I knew that it was, critically acclaimed, and that it was about a girl who was a hermaphrodite. But I didn't know that it was going to be a story about her family, the history of her family, and basically how she got to where she is now at 40-something years old. She's basically telling us her story. And the whole book was written in such a way that, it really pulls you in and the characters come to life. The author just really knows how to tell a good story. It's very detail-oriented. There are a lot of funny parts to it, a lot of personality to these characters, and you really feel for Cal as she grows up. The only issue I had with this book was that Cal's own personal story, to me, kind of fell short compared to, her grandparents' love story, her parents' love story even. It kind of took a back seat to everything because everything else was so loud to me compared to her own personal story. I'm okay with that because I enjoyed the book and I could see why it won the Pulitzer. I also read My True Love Gave to Me. This was actually a collection of short stories, 12 short stories that are centered around Christmas, and they're all love stories written by popular authors. And I thought this was really cute. Perfect read for the holidays. I really enjoyed it. However, I didn't love every story. Actually, I only really loved like 3 of them, and the other ones were either okay or just fell flat, so I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. But it was still a really cute read for the holidays. They put you into the holiday spirit, so really glad I read those. And finally, I finished up A Dance with Dragons, which is the 5th book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. I don't even know where to even start with this. I'm still mentally and emotionally recovering from this. I have a love-hate relationship with George. I feel like it's always going to be that way. I honestly feel like he is writing this book for himself, and we are all just along for the ride, and we're basically just taking whatever he gives us and hoping for the best. I'm so wrapped up in these characters, certain characters of this story, that I just don't know what to do with myself when he leaves us with these cliffhangers of, are they alive? Are they dead? Not just, oh, will they make it to, no, it's like, are they still going to be here in the next book type of thing. It's such a big world that he's trying to cover a lot of bases and trying to prepare it for the next book. So there's a lot to read through, but I just really enjoy the characters and the plot, and I am so invested in these characters in this story that I want to see it through. I want to see where it's all going to end up. At this point, I don't know who's going to be the last man standing. This book could end in so many different ways, and I just don't know anymore. So those were my 4 books that I read in December. Let me know what you read this month. Let me know also if you're a Game of Thrones fan and your theories about book 6, because I'm still thinking about that book. It was the last book that I read, so it's still fresh in my mind, and I am going crazy trying to figure out how it's going to end. I have like 10 different theories, but it'll be fun to talk about that in the comments if anybody's willing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.